Piglet? Are you confusing me with someone else? You were always so forgetful.
Ink ribbon.
Let's talk about Piglet's Big Game, a title I never thought I'd find myself playing. It's basically Resident Evil for kids, or at least that's what some people are saying online. In case you didn't hear the news, basically this game skyrocketed in value almost overnight because some people claimed that it was a survival horror game in disguise. Since my channel focuses on survival horror, I thought I'd try it for myself. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect, but definitely wasn't this. So let me walk you through my experience. The game wastes no time making an impression. You're immediately greeted by Piglet's butt. From there you get a cutesy slice of life cutscene which is rudely interrupted by a shadowy demon. Naturally, Piglet freaks out, but instead of helping him, the other characters basically gaslight him into thinking nothing's wrong.
A Granosaurus, and it's right behind me. Please save me, Christopher Robin.
There's nothing behind you.
Causing Piglet to lose all his confidence and leave.
Feeling that he was too small and too easily frightened to help his friends, Piglet left the 100-acre wood all alone and rather sad.
From there, you're dropped into a surprisingly cool main menu where Piglet can actually walk around and interact with everything. It even has the most unnecessarily elaborate settings menu I've ever seen. Already I knew this was not your average kid's game. The first level takes place in Pooh's dream, which predictably is filled with candy and happiness. It's not a place of intense action, but there is an option to cheer up Piglet for some reason, and then you can talk to Owl, who lets you proceed.
Pooh is just on the other side of this gate.
After that, you start kicking bread and cupcakes for cookies. What are the cookies for? No clue, but my gamer instincts told me to collect every single one. I don't really know what's going on at this point. I'm just kind of playing the game and figuring it out as I go. Thankfully, the gameplay is simple. Here, you just have to help Pooh get unstuck from honey, solve a minor puzzle, and endure an insane number of cutscenes. It's clearly designed for kids, but as a grown adult, I found myself thinking, is this secretly a horror game, or am I just desperate for anything spooky? I'm keeping an eye out for any of the spooks, any of the Resident Evil, magic, Silent Hill, whatever you want to call it, but so far, nothing. Although at one point I did get stuck and I decided to leave Pooh's dream and go into Rue's dream instead. Rue's dream has a cardboard aesthetic, which honestly felt like it could be reused for a legitimate horror game. It kind of reminded me of the stage puzzle in Silent Hill Origins. There are also pantless elephants walking around looking visibly anxious, which is very relatable since that's how I spend most of my weekends. Then I did a quick time event and apparently killed them, turned them into a potion. I'm not really sure, but this is how combat works in this game. Switching to Tigger, I went on the easiest stealth mission in gaming history. After that, I could finally spend my cookies on... Wait. What? So yeah, Piglet now knows how to make a scary face. So yeah, this is how this game works. Your abilities are just different types of scary faces, which most of them aren't scary, although one of them was actually kind of creepy. It's almost the exact same face that Jack Skellington makes in Nightmare Before Christmas. But aside from that, collectathon elements are fun, but also the absurdity of all of this just kept me going. Owl's Dream brought things up a notch. The library was genuinely cool, with puzzles that had you pushing giant books, and then, just like Maria, Pooh appeared behind bars.
A chessboard. Yes, I think I saw it in the library just a bit farther on.
And then finally, we get to Eeyore. the unofficial mascot for depression.
It sure is pretty with all the colors back, if you like that sort of thing. Oh no, looks like we've got visitors.
But it's too dark. We can't see anything at all.
Maybe we should light the candles.
What a good idea, Eeyore. I'll go ask Roo to lend us his lamp.
Continuing from this, Eeyore's dream was everything I'd been waiting for. It shifted between Nightmare Before Christmas and Resident Evil 4. The statue puzzle was straight out of Resident Evil 1.
Phew.
And then there was this puzzle that was a statue with arms holding something that was surprisingly creepy, and I'm not gonna lie, I may steal that one for one of my own games one day. But of course, solving this puzzle was something weird. I ended up having to catch a feather as it was running around a room and go and tickle the statue to progress. Yes, tickle. And for true survival horror fans, there was even a valve handle that I got to use.
Oh.
This area ended up being my favorite in the game, with cozy survival horror vibes, with just enough spookiness to keep things interesting. It's not really scary though. If you play Resident Evil or Silent Hill, this is going to be nothing. But Eeyore's level is what you all came to this game for. This is it. After Eeyore's segment, the game just goes back to its normal kids game roots. The horror vibes are pretty much gone, and it's just a relaxed atmosphere from here on out. You get to go into like a garden with giant vegetables and stuff, although I don't know how big any of these characters are in comparison to real life because the scale of everything is just really wonky. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This whole internet thing was just because of Eeyore's level. And I'm sorry to be anticlimactic, but that's it. That's the game. For what it's worth, the game was a pleasant way to spend an afternoon, I will say that. So, is Piglet's Big Game the secret survival horror gem that people say it is? Not really. Aside from Eeyore's dream, most of the horror elements are just accidental or subtle, but if you've got kids, this game could be a fantastic introduction to gentle horror. Because if you have kids, they should not be playing games like Silent Hill. It's a little too soon for that. As for me, I enjoyed the cozy vibes and the absurd moments, but I would not call this game scary. So there you go, one of the rare moments that I actually followed an internet fad. If you know any other unintentionally creepy games, especially if they're kids' games or just weird, let me know because I'd love to check them out. I'm sure that there's plenty of other games that really creeped you out when you were a kid or whatnot, but I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. So go ahead and pet your pets, remember to drink some water, and until next time, I'm Kai Morgan, and as always, thanks for watching Ink Ribbon.